Why would anyone want to be a leader? Does the position make you a leader, or the leader makes the position? Hello, welcome to our Mentorship Mondays, a time to learn a thing or two to practically apply. Yeah, so the big idea of today's Mentorship Monday centered around the question, why would anyone want to be a leader? And this question came from a senior executive who had just gone through a series of leadership skills coaching sessions with me, as her idea of leadership shifted from what was carefully formed during the earlier years of her life to what true leadership is, its responsibilities, the price, the sacrifices, basically leadership burdens in general. I understood where she was coming from. For many of us, the idea of leadership we grew up with isn't always the reality. Think about it. If you're like me, you probably grew up with parents and older siblings telling you what to do and what not to do. The same was true at school. Class leaders were given special treatments and authority to supervise classrooms, which included activities like cleaning, roll calls, reporting students who were out of line, depending on their class leader's perspective. Fast forward to the workplace. As a junior employee, I remember I used to think leadership meant occupying a fancy office, having a prestigious title, and enjoying professional perks that felt out of reach. It was easy to look at those leadership positions and think, wow, that must be amazing. It was not long after I rose to a managerial role in a corporate world that I realized that it was not a joke. My first shock was the amount of responsibility, not only for my own performance, but for the performance of the entire team. I discovered that I was answerable to for their poor performance, among other things. The realization of the significance of leadership began to dawn on me. I began to ask myself questions like, how can I equip and empower my team? How can I build a strong, motivated team? How can I increase productivity? How does my team become self-driven, that I don't have to follow their every move? In view of those questions, on several occasions, I wondered, who is serving who? I then discovered that my perspective on leadership was so wrong. It was so wrong. It became clear that leadership is not about me, but it is about them, my team. Contrary to the belief system my subconscious mind had adopted, I was the servant and they were being served. Here is what I got to understand years later. The position does not make a leader, but a leader makes the position. You are a leader only if you're making things better for your people. You are a leader if you're changing the course of things for the better for your people. You are a leader if you're solving problems. In other words, people's lives are much better because you're their leader. I like what Simon Sinek, the author of Leaders Eat Last, says. He says this, that you are not in charge, but you're responsible for those in your charge. He believes that the primary role of a leader is to create a conducive environment, safe environment for their team to actually perform at the optimal level. So here is this big idea today, Leadership is not about you. It's about those that you lead. So the big question is, what are you doing today to add value to your people? Are people's lives better because you're their leader? Just as I conclude, just to remind you that we work with corporate leaders, first-time managers who are looking to step into their leadership roles as powerful, confident leaders who get things done. We equip them with tools that really make them the leaders, those kinds of leaders with influence and reputation, to make things happen, Definitely the kinds of leaders that add value to people, not take value, not the other way around. So get in touch with us. We'll be very, very happy to connect with you. See you on the next Mentorship Monday.